Welcome back, guys. Welcome to episode number 2 of my podcast. And today I'm here with my partner, Marie. And we are super excited because we've been waiting for a long time to do this podcast because both of us have a lot of topics to discuss, really interesting things. And as usual, if you enjoy the video, please subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and also comment down below what you think about our videos. And also let me know if there's any specific topic that you'd like for me to create or discuss on a podcast or a small video. So let's get into it.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to my podcast.
Yes.
I mean, normally you're always there behind the camera when
That's
I'm recording.
true, yeah.
But I know you wanted to do it with me, so I'm really excited to do it with you.
Yep. The start for everything.
Yeah, I've got I know you have a lot of topics to talk about, and so do I. I would love to, know your opinion on a lot of things that we normally discuss when we're having conversations, and it'll be great for the podcast as well because it'll be really fun that people would be able to know that there are different opinions around the world, and it's really interesting as well. Obviously, you don't have to agree to whatever we're talking, but if you do agree, it'll be nice, and please share our content as well if you agree with the topics that we talk about.
And just put comments down. Tell us what you think about the topics. Things like that.
Yep. All right. So I put a list of a lot of things. I'll ask you a couple of questions, and you let me know what you think about it and how you process these kind of informations or however you feel comfortable. You let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. So one of the first things that I'd love to know your opinion about is the idea that people, when they want to travel or do something out of their normal routine life, like buy something expensive or maybe travel around the world. Let's just talk about traveling right now.
Okay.
People always say this sentence, "You're so lucky that you get to travel." What do you think about this?
Big topic. So, to tell a bit about me, for the people that don't follow the common channel that we have, I just want to explain a little bit about my experience because you guys will understand why I think this is wrong. So, I did 2 big travels. So, this is the first travel that I did. I was 15 years old. I lived 6 months in a family in Germany.
Okay.
And the second one I did was after my 12th grade. So I finished my education and then, I came to India for 6 months as well.
Yeah.
And I worked for it. So about the one in India, because the first one I can understand the people could tell me like, you're so lucky because my parents allowed it. But the second one, there's so many people that told me like, oh my god, they're going, because when you're finishing 12th grade in general, people will tend to ask you, so what are you doing after, which college are you going, on things like that. So whenever someone was asking me, I was telling them I'm stopping my education for a year and I'm going abroad to learn English. And that moment I knew you, but it was still the plan of going in New Zealand to learn English. So on that moment, I remember people telling me like, oh, you're so lucky. So my answer to them was, you can do it as well. You just got to stop your education, work, go abroad, and then start your education again if you want to. And I remember this, many people were telling me like, oh, you're so lucky to go abroad. And I was like, well, you can do it too. And another one, I remember, literally told me, you're so lucky to be rich.
Really?
I was like,
who said this to you?
I won't tell the name, I'll tell you after.
Okay. Off the camera. Okay.
But the person literally told me, you're lucky to be rich.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I have 50 euro on my account, which is like my birthday money, so I'm not gonna go far away with that. I just moved myself after, my junior college and just started working, collected money, kept every single thing. I must have spent maybe 100 euro in 5 or 6 months. That's it for a birthday gift and stuff like that. But I just collected everything and then I came to India and then I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But there's so many people. I can't tell you how many people told me like, oh, you're so lucky.
I think it's true because, people always have this idea that you're so lucky you can go here. You're so lucky that you're in a different country. You're so lucky you get to buy this or whatever. I think it's just because they're so lazy, and it's also that they're arrogant about it. They don't want to work and they don't want to save their money. They
Yeah.
want to buy, and the moment they get money, they instantly spend it on things like I would say anything instant pleasure, like McDonald's or buying alcohol or
Yeah.
going clubbing or whatever. And then they see their other friends who are staying at home, working, whatever job they have, so that they can collect money to invest for the future, like in travel or in a business or
whatever you want to do,
even
like...
a YouTube channel or something like that. And then they use words like, "Yeah, you're so lucky." I'll tell you one thing that's very common to the word "you're so lucky." It happens quite often in a lot of Asian countries. I'll tell you about India. So in India, people have this mindset. Not a lot of people, but there are a huge part of the population who still believe in this idea. The sentence is, instead of saying "you're so lucky," it says, the people say, "This is your destiny. This is your fate. This is supposed to happen in your life."
So wait, if it is my destiny to travel, I can just stay in bed.
Exactly.
Sounds
Just
nice.
don't do anything. Just sit at home. It'll automatically happen. Like, that's just the most closed-minded mentality that exists. One of the closed-minded mentality. Because personally, I used to believe in that as well. Because it is the way that I grew up in a society of people that believe in this to a certain... I don't remember what age I stopped believing this, but for a very long time I believed that destiny was real, that you don't no matter what you do, it's gonna happen to you. Like, it's going to happen. I realized that's actually wrong, because when people say destiny and fate, then I realized, wait a second, if this destiny and fate, so no matter whatever I do right now, it's never going to change according to these people, right? So does that mean, do I have actual free will or freedom of choice?
Oh, not really
You
then.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's more like, if you don't work for it, you're not gonna get what you want.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
If, like, for my two, experiences abroad, if I didn't work for it, make research about it, I wouldn't go. Like, for example, I went in Germany for student exchange. So I went 6 months in a family, and then the other student with who I was living, so now my friend, came 6 months as well in France. But before finding out about this exchange program that is free, I found so many things that was like 10,000 euro a year. That's super expensive, and I couldn't afford it. But I didn't just say like, oh, it's fine, can't afford it, can't do it, so I'll forget about it. I took months and months to make research about it, and finally found this organization that used to do this student exchange between France and Germany. But I did make so many research, because whatever I was finding was super expensive, and then I asked my teachers who told me about it. But in that way I made research. And the second one, well, I worked for it. I collected the money for 5 months. And I remember also, talking about the "you're so lucky" sentence, when I was working in McDonald's, I remember there was a student as well. She was working full-time, but she was living at her parents' house, like me, so she was not paying rent. And like, we were discussing maybe like 4 months after, something like that, and I was saying, I'm gonna go and leave soon, I'm gonna go 6 months in India. And she's like, how did you like collect money or something? So I said, yeah, because I don't care about money and all. I said like, I collected that much money. And she looked at me and she was like, what the hell, you're so lucky, and all. And I was like, well, we have the same job, just different lifestyle. Because she was going party and, like spending money like this in nightclub and all. But I was just collecting every single thing. And we were doing the exact same work, we were in the exact same situation. She could have collect money and go abroad if she wanted. She just didn't do it, and then she said, you're lucky. But I just work for it, as in just collected the money.
I know. You're right, because I remember the story that you told me. I remember it very clearly, because I told the same story that you told me. I shared it with one of my friend who lives in Canada right now. So I told the same story that you told me, and we discussed about it, and he and I shared the same opinion, just the same like you and I. Ever since he moved out from India to Canada, and then he went alone. He didn't go with any support. He started as a student visa, and then he worked as a part-timer, and then that's how he built slow and steady. So he did it, and after going there, and then after I came here as well, we both realized that it's the effort that you have to put in, and anyone can do it. Like, literally anyone can do it. It's just that people, they try once, or twice, at most 3 times.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, I need so much money, I'll need to collect this much, or I have to fill a lot of documents and do all these things, and they
That's
feel
true.
lazy, and then they'll just try to blame it on other things, like yeah, it's a lot of work, or it's too expensive, I can't save that much money. They can if they try doing passive incomes along with their regular job and stuff
But
like that.
even if you put like 10 euro aside per month, but at least you start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not everyone can collect the full amount of money. Like, for example, I could do it because I was at my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
But even now, like, we both live together and we pay a rent. But we want to go back to India. We're going to
Yeah.
put money aside together.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to India
Yeah.
for holidays.
Yeah.
But still, we will do it. It's not because you're working and you have an apartment. It's not because you have fees to pay that you can't collect money and go. Like, if you really want to do it, you will.
I think the most important thing to address in this situation, this habit, I would say, is self-control.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of people don't have is self-control. They are unable to have mental discipline, and because they don't have mental discipline, they are unable to control their urges. Like, at the moment they get money, they want to spend
That's
it.
true.
They cannot save their money. It's so hard for them
Yeah.
to just stay in a small room. They want to have that lifestyle that they see on TV, or let's say movies and YouTube videos of these big famous people who have a rich lifestyle and going, and they want to copy that, even though they've not made it that high yet.
Yeah, but I think it's also like something that you can teach as a child since he's small.
Yeah.
Because like for example, like my parents didn't teach me or anything, it just came naturally to me.
Yeah.
But for example, my brother and I used to get 10 euro per month
Mm-hmm.
as like pocket money when we were small.
Yeah.
So I collected money and I bought a trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember, I was under 8 years old, but I think I collected for a year to get it. And then I got like a big trampoline that we used to play with my brothers, and they got so happy as well. They didn't have to collect money.
Yeah.
But yeah, like since I'm a child, I'm used to like collect money to get something bigger.
Yeah.
So I think like this has always been a habit for me. Collecting to go to India was not that hard,
Yeah.
you know.
But I think that's because you developed a sense of self-control when you were younger itself.
Yeah.
So as it was deeply rooted in you, so it helped you in your life after that, once you discovered that ability of you to have self-control.
Yeah.
So that was, I think a lot of people should do that, because it's a very beneficial habit
yeah.
for your personality, for your personal life and surroundings as well. If you have self-control, you can do almost anything. I personally think you can do almost anything. If you have mental discipline with self-control, you can achieve almost anything.
Yeah, like for
Literally.
example, like at work, sometime pretty much often my colleague go to eat out, so I don't
Yeah.
always say yes,
Yeah.
because if we want to collect money and go, I would rather, first of all, I would rather go eat outside in the evening and take my time to it instead of an hour lunch break quickly.
Yeah.
But it's also the fact that I'd rather prefer put money aside and like collect it to go back to India, because I know for the same money we can literally eat both of us together in
Mhm.
India. And we
Yeah.
will enjoy more, like going, I'd rather do an activity with you
Yeah.
instead of, eating lunch break.
I know. But that's like a personal choice that people are not willing to make.
Oh,
They
yeah,
wanna, get that. They'd be like, you know what, I'll save another time. And
Yeah.
that another time or that next
Another
time,
time.
it never comes.
You know,
it
that
just
it is
never
like-
comes.
It's like people making diet. I'm starting on Monday.
Yeah.
Next Monday is fine.
It's true. It's true, because the person who I heard this quote from Andrew Tate that really inspired me. Like it's so true. He says that the person who wakes up every day and goes to the gym, no matter how they're feeling, is always gonna beat the person who goes to the gym when they feel like going to the gym. And
Yeah.
that really
Because-
hit hard.
Otherwise, you just go once a year.
Yeah,
Like-
it's so true. It is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that was really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Really discuss
Travel
as well.
related.
Yeah, I know, because you love traveling, so
Yeah. Good first
I like
topic.
that. It is really fun. Well, I'm gonna ask you the next topic that I know you want to discuss this like really badly, but I'll put it out for you right now. So, what do you think about the idea of
Mhm.
the constitution of let me rephrase myself. What do you think of the idea of how the system of school has been implemented here, like in the present world right now?
So I'm gonna speak about France because
Okay.
I did my education in France. I cannot really speak about other countries, but in France at least,
Mm-hmm.
you go in school or college, junior college, whatever. From maybe it could be from 8 a.m.
Mhm.
until 6 p.m.
Okay.
After 6 p.m., maybe it's what I did at least. I had an hour of transportation,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, so you're coming home like 7 p.m. You have at least an hour of homework to do or more.
Yeah.
Like so many homework. So you're already spending from 8 to 6 p.m. in school. Then you have an hour transportation and you have homework to do.
Yeah.
Plus, and then you just have no life. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, I can say that because I went to school in Germany. So when I went for 6 months in Germany, I went in junior college for 6 months. And they finish junior college at 1 p.m.
Mhm.
And there's one day they'll finish at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 hour of class in France is 55 minutes. In Germany is 45.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's a difference first of time. Like they have much more time and they're better students than in France because they have more time. So they're more like happy in their life. They have time to do sport activities. They have time to do so many things. I had to stop my sport activities because of school in France because the time was not suiting with the sport activities I wanted to do. So I had to stop that when I entered junior college. So, and in Germany, they don't have so much class, plus they don't have so much homework.
Mm-hmm.
So in the afternoon, they can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this?
That is such a big major difference that you see in that.
Yeah.
In the idea of how a school system is, like you said, in France versus Germany. It's super different.
Yeah.
Like
You're so lucky.
it was so different. Like it's it reminds me that it's very similar the way you told me that it's in France than in
Yeah.
India. In India it's the same as well. That you go in the morning. My school would begin at 8:30 or 8:40 in the morning, and it would go until 3:40
But what age?
in the afternoon. It starts from the age of 6.
Yeah, but I mean, when I'm saying 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., we are like 14, start like 14 to 18.
That's what I'm saying. I
it
start
the
from the
same
age of
age?
6. No,
Oh, from
all
age
this from the
six.
age of 6.
Okay.
The school that I went to, and a lot of schools in the same city and throughout the country, is the same. You start at the age of 6, the first grade, I would say,
Okay.
and then you go to school at the same time as all the other students, no
Okay.
matter of the age.
Oh, okay.
You start at that age, and I'm talking about school as in first grade to 10th grade. Maybe some schools have junior college inbuilt in the school,
Yeah.
not as a separate university. So that's the 11th and 12th grade. So
Mhm.
my school had that option as well. So
Okay.
you could essentially stay in the same school, do your 11th and 12th grade there as well. So if you do choose to be in the same school, you still have to go in the morning at 8:30, reach there, and I would have to leave at 7 o'clock because the bus would come, pick up
Oof,
everyone.
That's it doesn't.
Yeah. So by the time you come back home, you gotta do the homework of your school. Then you go for extra classes that
Tuition.
tuition. Yeah.
I don't have that luckily, so.
Fortunately, you didn't have that. 'Cause unfortunately, I had that. So I would go for that. So by the time you finish those classes, you come back. It's like 8:30. So
Yeah.
so you have double homework. You gotta do homework from your school plus homework from your tuition classes. So you got double. And
That
then
makes sense.
and you have exams not just for your school, but exams of your tuition classes as well. It didn't make sense, and I realized now that was such a waste
Yeah.
of money, because why would you want to pay so much attention to the tuition classes, exams, and their homework when you already have your school exams and homework?
Because, like, imagine you have 2 exams. You have the tuition one and the school one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather study for the school one instead of tuition. Like,
Exactly.
you're wasting enough time of the tuition one,
Mm-hmm.
and the time that you could spend for the tuition, for the one that you studied for the tuition, spend it for the real exam for school. Then this way you'll just be successful. Like,
It is a fact.
I'd agree with you with, like, tuition can be good. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I got tuition as well in math
Mm-hmm.
because I had difficulties. Like, to catch up the difficulties, I understand. But, like, in the tuition, I was doing my homework.
Mm-hmm.
So I was advancing myself for school. But if you have other homework as well for a separate tuition, I
Mhm.
think it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but because what you experienced was something that's helping you.
Yeah.
It's not its own institute. So that's the thing. In India, it's a very big business. Tuition classes in India is a very big business because apart from schools, the tuition classes and organizations, they establish themselves as their own version of a little school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the reason they have they have a lot of their own exams and homeworks, and you gotta go on time early in the morning. Because remember, I told you that one incident
Yeah.
that the tuition exam started at 5:30 in the morning, and it was a Sunday.
I would kill myself. A Sunday.
It was a Sunday. It was a Sunday.
Sorry, guys, I'm sleeping at the time. Sunday.
Oh yeah, it was one of the most horrible experiences. Like
Yeah, I can
freezing
imagine.
cold and so sleepy. I'm like, come on, it's
It
Sunday.
doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
no.
But that's how they establish themselves so well in the minds of the parents. They put this image that parents do. They believe it, so they put it like it's very important. You have to send your kid, no matter, keep studying, nothing else than studying.
Not
No
in China
physical
as
activity. Oh no,
China's
yeah,
worse.
don't even get me
Tiger
started in
Woods.
China.
Yeah.
That is way worse than it.
Yeah.
Way worse than us. Like, I mean, they are proud of the fact that they have these kids who are good in piano, violin, swimming, math, and 100 extra activities that they can you know, do
Imagine.
together. But I think it's just like a robot making machine.
Yeah. Like, for example, if you go to see I think the best student in the world, they're in Finland. In Finland, they have no homework. They finish school at 2 p.m. I think something like this. I might be wrong.
Oh no, but it's also that the Agora school in Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the best. I think
that's the best
that
one.
has to be the best.
But they don't make tests, I think, in this one, so you can't compare. I don't know.
I mean, like when they say test, it's just to check if you're whatever you're doing, if you're enjoying it, if you're understanding it.
Yeah,
It's
what I
not
mean.
something to judge you. You understanding? It's their version of an exam is not something to judge you.
Yeah.
Like to give you a
what you
certification
mean.
that you've been certified like a passable robot that you can be sold to the consumers or something.
And
You know what
also,
I'm saying?
like, yeah, I think it depends on the country also, but in France, and I'm thinking the same in Germany, when you get a mark, you'll be like, oh, I got this mark. You'll remember the mark more than what you learned.
Exactly.
In Italy, because I had Italian friends as well, and they told me that over there, it's more about what you learn.
Yeah.
But in France, you see all the students, they'll remember the mark, but
Yeah.
a week after, they'll remember the mark, but they won't remember what they learned.
Yeah. It's true.
Because, like, once you have your mark, done, I got it.
Yeah. Because it's more like a competition instead of actual real learning.
Yeah.
Like the schools are designed right now in this generation right now. Hopefully it should change, but the schools in this generation are specifically designed to only test your ability of your brain to remember things and not actual learning.
Yeah, that's true. And, like, also, I think that some teacher will kind of put you down as well. Like, for example, when I learned English, so first I couldn't speak English. My English was really bad. I was translating everything when I was speaking to Sheldon. And I passed from a mark from like 9 out of 20 to 13 out of 20, which is really good, like in really few time. Because of you, not because of the teacher. And the teacher, instead of writing down on the report, like, yeah, I did a really good progress or anything, like, not participating enough. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like,
wow.
come on, I gained 4 points. Can't you say, like, congratulations, you got 4 points, congratulations, you improve a lot. No, you're not participating enough. Now, I'm not saying that every teacher is like that. I got amazing teachers as well, even in languages, in German, for example. But in France, I know for a fact there's a lot of English teacher which puts you down. And that's the reason why French people are so bad with it. Because, I don't know about you, but for me, if I have a teacher that will actually follow, that will actually motivate you and all, you will get better. Like, I didn't like German until the 8th grade, because I started when I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And in the 9th grade, I got an amazing teacher in German. So I improved myself so much in a year. And I even left the country to go 6 months in Germany, which I could not even imagine before because I hated the language before. Just because of one teacher, and I still remember this teacher.
I think it's very nice that you experienced something like that, because like you said, it's very essential for like what kind of an impact would one good person have on a crowd of people.
Exactly.
You know,
And I think
it's very beautiful.
I think it's also thanks to her that I've been to India as well, because the fact of me going 6 months in Germany made I got interested in traveling. I got interested in languages, which I was not. I was interested in travel before, but like, you know, close to bed with my parents and all. But the fact of actually going abroad, learning the language, I got interested in learning new language, in traveling, and that made my mind more open. And that's why I went to India, because I got open and I really wanted to live this again of going abroad, discovering a new country, learn a new language. So like thanks to that teacher only, I got so many things after. It's crazy if you go to see.
I can imagine, because like the way you're explaining it, I can see it in your eyes that you feel proud of that fact.
Yeah.
That you had one good teacher who helped you and motivated you. Because you're absolutely right. There are these teachers who have. I wouldn't just say teacher in general. People. I would say people exist in the world.
Yeah.
That no matter how much good work you do, no matter how much perfection you have in your work, in your business, in whatever you do, they have a habit of always finding the bad things in a perfect place.
That's true.
It is how they think. It is how they are. It's how it satisfies them somehow or something.
Yeah.
They are unable to just give direct appreciation because number one, I mean not just number one. There are a lot of reasons why they behave like this. You could say they were born in such an environment. Another reason I think which would suit for a school environment is because they've been brainwashed as well to say that you cannot give one student or any student like 100% appreciation, and because the other students will feel bad or something like that. I think it's a very I would say a way or a technique that's not really good.
Yeah.
Whatever this technique is, but it's not really good.
It's not good, and I think there's some teachers also which are jealous.
Jealous
I
of what?
experienced that.
Really?
Yeah, I never explained you that. I think not about the mark of my experience or anything like that.
Yeah.
But when I was 11 years old,
Mm-hmm.
my family and I left for a month in New Caledonia, which is next to Australia, to see my family.
Yeah.
And my friends told me about that German teacher, that she was actually jealous and she was making comment about me not being in class.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was jealous I was in New Caledonia. So she just made, I don't remember exactly the comment because it was like 8 years, I was 11. So I don't remember, but I know my friends were telling me the teacher's like actually jealous of you. She's just commenting bad things and all. And apparently, I don't know if it is true or something, but apparently one of the students reacted and said like she defended me.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a lower mark than what she was supposed to get after.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh yeah, politics.
So I don't know if it's true or not that she got a lower mark, obviously, because I can't say because I was not there at that moment. But I know for a fact that she was making comment of me not being in class. Even though I was like, it was a month holiday, but at the same time, the teachers sending the like things to do and all. So we're not like on school for a month or something like that. Plus the holidays were between. But she kind of got jealous of us. Like, all the teachers were like, oh, it's super nice and all. Enjoy, see your family and all. And she was the only one which was being jealous and making comment,
Yeah, I can imagine because it's not. I'm sure that there are so many people who have experienced what you've experienced. That your own teachers or superiors feel jealous of you when you do something that they've never done or they don't want you to do because they've never done it themselves.
Yeah, or they
I think
can't do it.
this is very much like herd mentality. Like if you see a herd of sheep, okay, and one of the sheep wants to go out and explore more, all the other sheep will be like, no, don't go. Why are you doing something different? They'll either laugh at them, they'll make fun of them, they'll mock them, or they'll tease and try to pull them down. That don't do this, is a waste of your time. And this is what exactly happened with. I'm sure it happens with a lot of people around the world. Like example, you and a lot of people around the world as well. Because I'm sure that it's not just about the education part that people experience like this. I think it could be almost anything that, when people get jealous.
Like, for example, another example of me going somewhere. When I was in 12th grade, I had the plan of stopping my education, work, and go abroad. I was supposed to go in New Zealand to learn English. But then I met you and changed my plan. I went to India. But the fact is that there's this, the teacher meeting, they speak about the student. And there's the mom of one of my friends, which was there during that class council, because she was like a mom teacher type. And she repeated me what they told about me wanting to go abroad to learn English. And they were saying like, what is she doing? What is this idea of going abroad? She's going to stop her education. She's not going to study back. They were like, when you want to go abroad, live an experience, which is amazing. Learning English, there's nothing bad in there. It's not like if I said, I want to go and smoke weed somewhere else and, make my life shitty or something, do drugs. Still, I didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
Just going abroad to learn a language, live an experience, travel, and then continue my education after,
Yeah.
which what I did.
Yeah.
And many teachers were saying like, what is she doing? Because in France, it's not a culture of going abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Germany, you tell them that it's completely fine. So many of my friends, they went to Germany, they went to Australia, to Asia, to Africa. All
Oh,
of them,
wow.
it was normal. But in France, when I wanted to leave, they were all like, what is she gonna do in New Zealand? Why is she leaving? She's gonna miss her education. She's gonna, ruin her life. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
stupid.
This exact experience, it reminds me something that I've experienced personally, plus my friend in Canada. So
Yeah.
I'm going to share the story with you. So we quite often discuss on the phone when we moved out of the country and what we experienced. We shared, because we moved out around the same time,
Yeah.
same year, I would say. He went a couple of months before me, and then I left after that. And we were sharing our experience one step at a time, like what's new, how we embraced it and everything like that.
Yeah, you got the same experience.
Same experience. And we always discussed something like what you said about how people try to pull you down. Now let me tell you the story. I'm sure you'll find this really interesting, because I'll tell you what he experienced first, and I'll tell you what I experienced first. So at that time when he moved into Canada, a lot of once he got settled there, started working, everything like that. A lot of time went, because he didn't go back to India for a while, then COVID and stuff like that. So what happened was, when he got the chance and the opportunity to go back, he went back. He stayed for I think a month or maybe a little more than that. I don't remember. And he came and told me the experience of when he went back. He went to visit not only his family in the city, but also he went to the state that where his other family lives, and he met all his cousins and friends and stuff like that. And they all were indirectly telling him like, why are you going to Canada? There's nothing there. Just stay back here. It's a waste of time. And they were trying to say this in a so-called humorous way, like trying to make it kind of sound funny, something like that. But he was able to see through their nonsense and understand that they're actually indirectly jealous the fact that he's done it, and they've not put in the effort. They don't want to put the effort. So when they see someone growing in their own personal life, they're growing, they're unable to see it.
Someone told him,
directly, like his own friends and certain family members. They were like indirectly telling him that it's a waste of time. Why'd you go in there? You're gonna waste your time. You get everything in India. Why are you going there? I'm like, come on, it's just personal choice.
It's a personal choice, and it's an experience also. Like,
I was like, why? Why would you say? And then it happened to me as well.
Yeah.
It happened to me as well. A certain someone in my friend circle and family members as well, they were also telling me the exact same thing. Like, why are you going there? There's no point in going there. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy.
When are you coming back?
When are you coming back? This is the most common thing that Indian people have the habit of asking their friends or family members, whoever moves to another country. They have this habit of asking this question: when are you coming back? Like,
let me go already.
Yeah, exactly. I just came here. Why would you want me to come back instantly? So I was like, oh, come on. It's so true. And he told me the same thing. Like, he's sitting in Canada and telling me the same thing. And I'm like, oh my God, we were experiencing the same thing that's happening to both of us right now.
And I remember from your experience, the fact that there's people that were jealous and were like, yeah, even I want to go and something like that. There's a lot of people that we both know people that say things but don't do it.
Yeah, there are a lot of people, because
there's a lot of people.
I shouldn't give this out away directly, so I'll say it indirectly. There's someone that my friend and I know. That person has been saying that I'm also thinking to move out of the country. I'm also thinking. He asked for information and stuff like that. It's been two years. That person didn't do anything. Okay, literally, and now what that person is saying things like, yeah, I'm happy in where I am. Which is good. If you're happy, genuinely happy, it's good. It's genuinely, if you want to be happy, it's fine. But then what happens is, this person started talking about me as well, and my friend as well, saying that, they think that, just because they've gone out, they've achieved something big. And it was never our intention to make them feel shitty or bad or low or something. We wanted to share the fact that if we can do it, you can do it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact is, this particular person was with us in our when we were getting educated as well, in our university. this person was the topper of the class, one of the most intelligent, and he had like full hopes, but he was equally brainwashed to believe that he has to do, you remember what I said in the beginning, that you have to do a master's degree or something. I didn't tell you this. So
Nobody will speak
the
about
idea
it.
is that you have to do a master's degree, and he was fully focused on that idea. And I was way below, even like I wouldn't even be average. Like I would I was really bad at my education, and because I really believe I was really good at practical things instead of theory. So I was really good at practical stuff, but not in theory. And this certain someone was really good at theory. So this person always considered himself indirectly above.
Yeah.
So he never said it, obviously never made us feel that way, but I could see it in his words and
You can
understand.
sense it.
Yep. So fast forward, and now when we wanted to share information, say, you can do this, go to this website, apply for visa, and this is how you do it, collect this much, this is how we did it. You're like, yeah, you know what, I changed my mind, I don't want to go, it's too much, it's I'm happy here. I'm like, what the, you pestered us for a long time asking from where did you do it, how did you do it, we gave you all the information, everything step by step, and now you're saying that you don't want to do it.
Too much work.
Too much work.
I want to say something also. I want to react about the fact you're saying like, yeah, he was really good in school and like in junior college or whatever you say, and I was not. Like, I want to tell you something about a friend. I think I never told you this one. I had a friend before I was very close friend when I was, I think, between 12 years old. It was junior college. So in France, it's between like 11 years old and 13, 14 years old. She was really, really good in school. Like, she had 18 out of 20, and I had like 12 or 13. And then we just lost contact because we both went to a different junior college. No, that was cool. And we then went to junior college, so we lost contact. And I saw that friend again when I passed the baccalaureate, which is like the super important degree in France after 12th grade. And in France, depending on the mark, you get a mention. So I got the good. So there is well done, there is good, and then very good. So I got the good one. So I met her in the bus and asked her, because it was the moment that we got the results back. And I was thinking like, oh, she must have got a very good one for sure. She didn't get any mention.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So she had maybe 12 or 13. I think she had, or maybe she had the well done. I don't remember. But whatever, she must have got like 11 or 12 out of 20. And I got 14 out of 20.
Okay.
So when you see friends that are better in school, then later it can change, because it changed for me.
Yeah, it can. You never know when your life can change. Like it could be just overnight, instant, like this. Especially of people who are overconfident in their things. What happens is either they become really humble and realize that no, I shouldn't have been like this and put everyone else down, or the other way that it happens quite often is these overconfident people, if for example like you said, that person was getting better marks than you, and then you suddenly got better marks than that person.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is this overconfident person is not going to be able to take the embarrassment for that person, because they have ego. So what they're going to do is to protect their pride and ego. They'll be like, you know what? Yeah, she's being really she's trying to show off, and then she's really bad. She's going to try to spread stuff like that just to cover up the fact that her ego and pride has been shut down. To the fact that it was never your intention, it was just natural, and this, because of their own overconfidence and ego, they lost.
That's true. So
that's how it is.
In case you're feeling bad and you have bad mark in school, can change. I had like 12 out of 13, 12 out of 20, I think, around that mark when I was in school.
Yeah.
And I ended up with a bachelor being the top of my class.
Yeah.
So I think mark doesn't really matter in school, and it still doesn't matter, because like I think that experience matters more than degrees and college and all.
Yeah.
Like it's you need to go and educate yourself. I'm not saying that you don't, but I'm also saying the fact that personal and professional experience are more valuable than a degree.
Yeah.
You were talking about the master degree.
Yeah.
Like, I have a bachelor degree in tourism, and one of my friends has the exact same thing, but she has the master degree. Well, today we have the exact same position.
Yeah. I remember you told me, yeah.
Yeah.
That is so... you almost hit the camera. So, I know, I agree with what you're saying, because it's absolutely true. I 100% think that this is how the world needs to understand that you don't need to get a degree 100% all the time. You obviously need basic education, and it's not necessary to go to a school to get education, because you can also get
Oh, yeah.
homeschooled. Like
Yeah.
your parents, if they want to homeschool you and give you basic skills, and then you decide what you like, what do you find interesting. They
Yeah.
can offer you like you would say history, geography, art, and
Yeah.
there's so many things to explore, and so
You
many
can-
beautiful things around there to explore.
You can even technically learn online, like you learned video editing by yourself.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't. I mean, you went to college and all. You had a bachelor degree as well.
Yeah, but it
But
didn't
it's
apply
not-
for anything else.
Yeah, exactly. It's not what you learned, at least. And you use it today, and you got a job thanks to that.
Yeah.
And you don't have a degree for your job. So-
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't, because my degree doesn't matter for the job that I do now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm working as a freelancing contracted agent, and I'm really happy I can work whenever I
Yeah.
want, however I want, from where I want to work. So I have a lot of gratitude that I got that opportunity, because I always believed in the fact that my degree is not something that will show who I am.
Oh,
because
yeah, no.
I learned this fact as well, that just because you like something, let's say when you're 20 years old, okay, you do that thing for a long time as a
Yeah.
living, and it doesn't mean that you have to do it for the rest of your life.
Oh, no.
You can
yeah.
absolutely change. You can also find something new, interesting, and then start working on that thing. And that's
Yeah.
how it worked for me. Like today, there's no use of all the skills that I learned in my bachelor's. Literally no
Yeah.
use of any of the skills, because it has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. And I realized that that's okay, if you decide to change what you want to learn, if you decide to learn something new instead of what you already learned and you don't want to use that, that's fine as well. That's
Yeah, and you can
absolutely
do
okay.
online. There's online courses, or just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Books,
There's so many
videos,
things.
so many things.
Literally, I think
Yeah.
right now there's so much content. I would just say about YouTube. There's so much content on YouTube. You can spend your whole life, but you'll never finish watching every single
Oh,
video.
yeah, no, you can't.
Literally, there's so many
No, no.
videos on YouTube right now, so that's insane.
Yeah, that's true.
This could be a little short clip that I'm gonna upload. Facts. So
Yeah, that's all true. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think apart from that, I think it's essential for people to embrace the fact that they can always change what they want to learn instead of just sticking to one single thing.
Yeah.
All right, back from another quick break. Okay, the next topic that I want to discuss with you is something that I think it's personally very important to discuss this thing, because I think people need to be aware of this sad reality. It's the topic is, what do you think about a foreigner? When I say foreigner, a white-skinned person going to India. How is their experience, as you've been to India? So
Yeah.
tell me about your experience.
I don't even know where to start. Well, everyone looks at you. Like, they're not used to see foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone looks at you and stares at you and will go just randomly flirt with you, even if they know that you're in a relationship. Like, some people are normal, like, just acting just full normal. But some people are just like looking at you, and I don't even know how to explain. Like, when it's children, it's cute, like, they just wave at you like hi and all. But like, I think it's a big problem in India, because like, if you go to see in not in the shops, but in the magazine, online and everything, the model that they use, they're very fair skin, like even could be white, and
Yeah.
it doesn't show the reality. And it's the same problem than in Europe, when they show the model being super skinny, and everyone wants to be super skinny with a skin and everything, something which is not possible to achieve because it's all edited, so something you cannot get in real life. And I think they do the same thing in India, as in a way that they put white model, so the little girl in India grew up thinking, like, to be beautiful I need to be white. And it is so wrong. Like, I hate this. Like, you put, for example, you put a model on contest. You put one Indian
Yeah.
with like for example your skin,
Yeah.
and you put a white girl which has my skin but which is ugly. I'm saying that to understand. So the Indian woman will be super beautiful, and the white one will technically be not really nice looking. She's ugly and all. they will still say that still the white one will win because she has white skin.
Okay, let me rephrase what you're saying because you didn't say it the right way.
Yeah.
So I'll
Explain it.
rephrase what you're saying. So you're saying that, which is a reality, and I'll put a picture, I'll put an image right now on the screen so that you guys can understand for reference what we are about to talk about. What you're saying is, which is a reality in India, that in India the way they display beauty is that you have to have white skin.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the white skin person is skinny, fat, or anything. If you have white skin, then you're automatically beautiful because you have a skin color that's more brighter and high toned than compared to a regular Indian person who would tend to be more brown or dark brown or something like that.
Exactly.
So it is a comparison that no matter how beautiful or ugly you think you are, if you're white skin, you're gonna be automatically beautiful than a brown skin person. This is what is displayed in India, and it's a real thing. Like you guys, I'll put the picture up again for you guys so that now you can understand it even better what we're talking about. That it is a sad reality that I grew up with it, and what, like when you said earlier in the beginning, is that they use white skinned people as models.
Yeah.
It's so true that there is a brand in India known as Fair and Lovely. It's basically a cream and it was one of the biggest industries in the country at that time. I don't know if it's still there. Probably should be there. I don't know.
I'm sure it will.
But it's a cream wherein you apply it on your skin and it says that you'll become fair and then you become beautiful. And the way they market and advertise it, I grew up seeing so many variations of this cream, and it was always there around, like throughout my childhood and teenaging years and everything. It was always been there. And now when I think about it, it's so surprising just to think that, I realize now that it is wrong.
It's sad.
It's sad and
It's
wrong.
sad.
It is so
Like,
sad.
Please, if there's anyone listening which is using this cream, throw it out. Just throw it out. Like, no. Like, it's not because you're white that you're beautiful, first of all. And like, if you see in European country, the people which are white like me will go on the beach to get tan. Like, you want what you don't have. But really, I think in India it's a big problem because like the girls should not think like, okay, I need to be white, I need to get that cream to be fair and beautiful. This is wrong. Just throw those products. Do not buy this. It's stupid. I don't even know how to say it. It's just something that annoys me from inside. Like, I hate those things. Like, I can't stand the fact that in India the little girl will grow up thinking like, oh yeah, I need to be white to be beautiful. No. It's no. Just no. I don't know what else to say.
Calm down.
I want to punch. I want to take the advertisement and throw it out.
I know.
But I can't because it's online.
I know. But
I hate
real.
this. No, I hate, like, it's a topic for me which is like, I think very important to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think it's wrong.
It is
Like,
wrong.
Imagine growing up thinking that beauty is being white and it's something you can't get.
Yeah.
And like the little girl can be like so beautiful and she'll believe that if she's white she's more beautiful.
I know.
It's so wrong.
It is.
Like,
it is wrong.
I think like, like darker skin and all, it's so beautiful. Like, people don't need to white themselves.
I think it's not just skin is beautiful. I think the person. It's how a person is from the inside. If their behavior is very kind, polite, humble, they use empathy. That's real beauty. I think that is more important than the fact that using words like skin to judge a beauty, or I would say a certain figure or a weight or something of the body. I think that's absolute nonsense. It doesn't make sense because it's wrong. It's just a standard that has been created by the system and industries, and they know for a fact that they've been brainwashing the entire population in all the countries. That they've now have control over the mind, so they know that we'll keep displaying these advertisements and they're going to buy product from us and we'll make money from that. That's how it is. They only give a shit about their money. They don't care about the people.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like, I was saying about skin right now because we were talking about the white skin product, which is so wrong, which I'm sure must be so damaging for your skin. I'm gonna say a brand, but maybe I shouldn't say a brand, I don't know. Use Nivea cream. It's much better. Hydrate your skin, whatever you want, but not that.
basic skincare, but don't run
Basic skin
behind
care, but like, yeah.
skin whitening products. Don't run behind them.
No.
Just to have basic skincare. I think that's basic. I think we should stop using the word skin. We should just start saying take care of
Beauty.
yourself.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself. Eat healthy. Drink plenty of water. Brush your teeth every day. Take a shower. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Just
pretty much
take
it.
care of yourself and don't believe that a color is more beautiful than another. Because
Yeah.
it's wrong.
That's the most important fact that
Yeah.
that people need to understand, and hopefully that slowly people do realize that, but it's still not enough yet.
It's not there.
It's they have to. It has to be like a mass change.
Yeah, because it's not only about the skin, but it's also like the way foreigners are being represented in India.
I know.
Like when that guy flirted with me, even though he knew that I was with you, that's wrong.
I know that's
like
wrong. Yeah.
he thought that she's a foreigner, so she'll be easy. That's fine. Like,
you I don't think I can get you back on the podcast because you're cussing too much. It's really hard to edit the videos, you know that.
a little bit more work for
No,
you.
no. You're not gonna cuss anymore, please. It's really hard to edit it.
Okay.
So, but
You know what I mean.
But a reality is, I'll explain to you how it. One of the ways it originates, the idea of what you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the fact that Bollywood in India, it has a huge, massive influence on the entire population in the country. And I'm talking about the cinema industry, not just one language. Like there are movies that are made in every language, in a lot of languages in India. So they have been having so much influence on the population over the years. They've always been displaying different kinds of actresses and actors as usual. But as you know, the movies in India that are made, they tend to have music videos and dance videos.
Yeah.
And if you've always noticed that they have dancers who are foreigners, I would say white skinned people, and they make the white skinned women wear like a mini skirts or bikini and stuff, but the main actress will never wear something like that.
Yeah. Like
And
all the.
it's always represented that way, that how foreigners or white skinned people are presented in the cinema. And so what happens is they've been watching cinema since so many years. It's been
Since
having
kids.
since I'm not even kids, I'm saying generations. It's been happening since generations that people have been influenced by how Bollywood portrays behavior, personality, family values, you name it. It's literally everything.
Yeah, like because of that, people when they see a foreigner, they want a picture of the foreigner, which if it's little girls, like children or anything, I'll say yes. I don't have a problem. But if it's adults, I will always say no. Because I don't know what they do with the pictures. I don't want them to go and see their friends like, oh, see, I made love with her. I made love with her or anything like this.
Yeah.
I do not want to have this. I don't want my picture to be displayed like anywhere that I don't want. Like if it's kids, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like because of that, people will just come and ask me for picture. Like imagine just like an Indian person on anywhere. Like imagine in India, someone like you're going to ask someone, and also Indian, so like the exact same skin color, whatever. Imagine you just go and randomly ask your neighbors, "Hey, I want a picture." Like how will they look at you? Like what? Why do you want a picture of me? Like
Exactly.
Like, we're just human. The same thing. So because of that, they ask for pictures and they tend to stare a lot and like flirt when they know that you're already in a relationship, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know it's true because they don't think about it the way that you're explaining. That like imagine if I'm walking down the streets in India somewhere and I see a random couple, okay, Indians. I don't know who they are. I don't know the man. I don't know the woman.
Yeah.
I just approach the woman and be like, I want to take a picture with you. The man will be so pissed at me. He'll probably just try to fight with me, like really like there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like, kick me, punch me, whatever. They'll get hyper aggressive instantly.
Yeah.
That's how they are. But when they do the same, they don't realize.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think it's very stupid because India is such a beautiful country. There's so much things to see. For a foreigner to be in India, it is beautiful. Like I loved my 6 months in India. There's nothing that I hated except I won't say I hate it, but like for me, I see it as a problem in India. That thing that we're speaking about. But India has so many things to show. So many things. There's so many things to see. The people are super nice and all. And I think that for me, it's different because I lived 6 months in India.
Mm-hmm.
But as a foreigner being 2 weeks in India and like in the city we were living, they were staring, but they were not asking for so many pictures. So that was fine. But I can imagine people in Mumbai and Delhi, because I know this happens more in Mumbai and Delhi, asking a lot of pictures. I can imagine a foreigner spending a week or two in India. They'll come back saying like, the country was nice, but I didn't like that part. And I think it's too bad because of that. When they will speak about other people that want to go to India, they will obviously mention that part.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it doesn't lower the country, but it puts a negative point for the tourism, I think.
Yeah. In terms of tourism, I think it's absolutely right because, when incidences like this happen, it's really, it's the main fact is it's not that everyone in India are like this.
Oh yeah, no.
It's a very small amount of people who do this. It's sad, but it's true that people do this. And what happens is that affects the tourism industry. And that's wrong because truly it is a beautiful place to visit. So many beautiful architecture, so many things to see, different types of food and colors and clothes and this, etc., etc. There's so many amazing things to see, but people need to come out of that shell and understand that what they're doing is wrong. So it's how it is.
Yeah, and plus like people are super nice. Like when I went to India, I found like everyone's super nice.
Yeah.
Like I think that you can really have like good relation with people. Like, even as a tourist, you can meet people, you can make friends and all of that. And I think that kind of blocks it. Because if you see young people on the beach, for example, or anything like that, and you want to go and talk to them in another country, just make friends, you can, end up spending your holidays with them as a lone traveler. But in India, if you're someone, like if you're a foreigner and you see that same group of people but they stare at you, I don't think you will want to go and see them as your friends. Because they're staring at you, you will think like, they just take pictures and just take advantage and I won't really enjoy. And I think the human contact will be lost because of that. And I think it's a bit sad because I know for a fact that I met so many amazing Indian people. They're super nice. And I think it creates kind of a barrier, It
does. I think that's something that people are working on, and it will change slowly, if not instantly, but it'll be slow and steady. Hopefully it should keep growing in a positive way so that it changes and people stop behaving like this and treating foreigners as foreigners. Just start calling them human beings from the same planet and not from another planet. It's really like, it would make sense if I would see an alien, that would be the only time I'd be like, can I take a picture with you?
That's true.
Probably.
And it's not like if I'm famous or something,
It's how they are.
Yeah, and it's like I was gonna say something but I forgot.
Yeah, maybe after this podcast you might be famous. I don't know.
Hello.
Hopefully.
I forgot what I was gonna say about foreigners in India. I was gonna say something.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? I don't know.
I forgot.
You have to take your time. You can try to remember. What was it related to? Like, is it related to the same topic that we're talking?
Yeah, that's what we were speaking about.
Well, if you remember, you can tell me.
Cut that part out.
It's okay. It's fine. If you don't remember, it's okay. I'll just move on.
No, I really wanted to say something.
If you remember it, you can just tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you after. Continue.
Okay. But if you remember, just let me know. But that's fine if you don't remember. It's fine. Was it related to something? Movies, music,
No, it was
food?
related about the fact that we're speaking about, when you're on that topic that I was telling you, imagine you're on the beach and you meet people.
People
like,
take pictures or touch. Was it the incident that someone tried to take a picture?
No. But I forget it. It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. It's okay.
I'll put in the comment to remember. I go and...
Alright guys, this is the end of the podcast and I hope you enjoyed today's episode and we spoke a lot of interesting things. It was really fun to have this conversation and I hope we can do more interesting things to bring it out for you guys. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below what you think about our video, and let me know if you want us if there's any particular topic that you guys want me to discuss, and I'll put that up as well. Until the next time, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
See you and share your opinion in the comments.